Hi, and welcome to another video update on Frankie the project car. This is kind of the final stage of the bodywork and prep work and so on until final prep for paint. It's in black epoxy primer. All the exterior and inside the doors and door jambs and so on is all in black epoxy primer. So yeah, that's as far as it's going to go for now. I've put it all together, put the doors back on, the hood, the lower spoiler, put the headlights on to mock up the front end just so I can see what that looks like, and I'm really happy with the way it looks. Let's go for a quick walk around it and recap some of the highlights and the work that's been done on this car, and we'll go from there. Part of the reason why I'm doing this is just to show it in a completed state, but the car is for sale and I have a guy who's interested in it, so if he shows up and decides to take it off my hands, this might be the final video of this car. Currently there's no motor in it, but the motor will go with the car if the guy wants it. That's a negotiable thing with the deal. So anyways, quickly we'll walk around the car and have a look at the features. So we'll start at the back. Quarter panels have been modified to eliminate the bolt locations where the fenders would normally bolt on, and new sheet metal has been molded in to give it a nice crisp wheel arch line. The lower quarters had to be left boxed out around where the torsion tubes attach, just for access to the torsion retainers, so that if suspension work needs to be done, that can be taken care of. The body's been dropped 3 inches over the chassis, so that's why the quarter panels are left modified as they are for access to that. So 4-inch chop, 3-inch body drop on this car. These housings had to be built for the upper strut towers just to accommodate them so that they're not looking unfinished. This is more of a finished look than it would have been otherwise. Front apron and so on has been removed and modified, new sheet metal welded in and molded in, and the lower spoiler added to replace bumper and also give it a little bit more of a finished look. I'll get the camera down low so you can see how that front end looks. It is about 4 inches off the ground at in the middle part of the front bumper there. So that's fairly low considering this is a Super Beetle with the front strut suspension. Walking all the way around, you can see all the wheel arches have been redone. Tops of the doors had to be modified because the roof line came down, so the doors would have been too tall, so the doors had to be modified. Quarter glasses have been extended about 3 inches, or the openings for the quarter glass have been extended about 3 inches, just to get the proportions to look right as far as what I think the quarters need to look like and so on. And that's about it. The rear apron and all the rear sheet metal has been removed. The plan has been to put a Subaru engine in this car. I do have a donor car and I do have an engine and so on, but it requires an adapter plate and so on, which we haven't got that far with it. I was concentrating on the body and so on. But if this guy who's interested in the car wants it, he'll be taking it pretty much as it is, unless we work out some kind of a deal for me to do more work on the car, which is a possibility. I will be letting this car go and moving on to other projects when the time is right. So this is Frankie. It's been a fun project. I'm really happy with the final result. I don't know what else to say. It's just going to be it's going to be kind of hard to let it go because I've got so much into it, but at the same time, it should fetch a decent price. So if it all works out, we'll be saying goodbye to Frankie and someone else can enjoy her.